people might say hi. So count's actually correct, which is always a good sign. And here's the link. Which I also shout out on my Discord, Maritime Multiverse, and my Twitter. Or X, whichever.
I'm just going to call it Twitter. I don't care.
I'm just going to spite this guy forever.
That too.
Alrighty then. Hello everyone, I'm AD Springer, also known as Corbidian. This is the Electric Metropolis video game tour, and we're playing another episode of Fabula Ultima, the castle that would pierce the horizon, using the Fabula Ultima JRPG, TTRPG, made by Need Games, I believe. And yeah, the thing on the far right there, everyone's here. Huzzah! And just in time for everything to go terribly wrong.
Oh no.
Not hooray.
Hooray!
Well, I guess it'll be exciting. That's what
Guess
we're
we'll
here
die. Guess we'll die.
for. Well, there's a classic for you, yes.
Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll die. I'm at the mercy of the American healthcare system. Guess I'll die.
In the heart of the whispering ruin deep, where shadows dance and echoes creep, stands the echoing Warden, fierce and grand, guardian of secrets in a forgotten land. Bound by echoes, a spectral night, born of discord and endless night, its form a mirror of fears and strife, guarding the path to Artifact's life. Through halls where whispers twist and turn, and fires of courage brightly burn, the heroes venture, hearts held high, to face the Warden and its cry. Who dares disturb my silent keep? What souls have come, their courage deep? Can you withstand my echo's might, and bring forth harmony from night? The heroes, brave, with voices strong, chant together in a unity song. Their hearts as one, their minds in sync, they face the Warden on the brink. We stand as one, hearts in tune, in harmony beneath the moon. Discord fades, our will is strong. Together we sing our victory song. The Warden pauses, echoes cease. In the melody, it finds its peace. A guardian of echoes, now at rest. The hero's bond has passed the test. The path revealed, the ruin's heart, the harmonic resonator, an ancient art. In unity, they claimed their right. Through song and will, they won the fight. So remember well this tale of old, of heroes' hearts and courage bold, for in the whispering ruins' embrace, harmony triumphed, and echoes gave chase.
Onwards, brave adventurers.
I always love the opening.
What did I
poetry.
miss?
A lot.
Events.
Sounds like it. Also, the heck is a harmonic resonator? Like, I assume it's an artifact, but
Yes, the artifact that we went into the glitchy, or what my character would refer to as weird reality area
right.
to get. Roll.
Right, that thing.
Yep. We
And
braved
now we're running. Oh, we're trying to
meeting.
escape the collapsing glitchy area. Is that?
I don't know yet. I think he might have been tongue in cheek. We'll find out. Might not have been
Cool.
tongue in cheek.
Brinius.
Hey, it's okay. Okay, we're dead
Vivian.
soon.
Shoot. Over here. And so, for Lucius Aventus and Alexander Eckhart, the last we had left you, you had been in the Glitched Forest and the Dissonance Forest, and you were separated from your fellows. You heard the clash of combat, and by the time you worried your way over to them, they had already gone. And you frequently were twisted and turned this way and that, trying to find your way to your friends, or perhaps even to the ruin from which they sought. And then, all for nothing, and all of a sudden, the floor of the forest gave way, and you began to fall into a pit. Endless pit. Thankfully for you, you see, coming out from one of the walls, 3 of your fellows, who you were seeking, also falling, as coins and of zenith and treasures and all other such begin raining down. All of you can see that you're falling quite some distance, and then in the scant moments you have to recognize each other, probably a welcome relief that, hey, those 3 aren't dead, hey, those 4 aren't dead. Welcome news. And
We're all about to be dead.
And
We're all about to die.
who grabbed the resonator?
I'd like to say that with my ability to just burn some health and gain the ability to fly, I'd like to just fly over and snag it by shape-shifting into a form that can
Well,
do so.
last week, though, I think it was
If nobody has it.
7.
Yeah.
I think it was 7.
Zevin has a bunch of shit in her bags. Sorry, pardon
she-
my language.
Right. I remember you filled your bags with Zenith, right? I don't know if you
Yes.
have room to carry it.
Yeah.
Depends who. The
Zenith.
question I have is who touched it, because that's the person who's currently holding it.
Okay. Then I think it was 7. Is that right, 7? I don't remember, to be honest.
7.
I don't
did
know,
you
maybe
trigger
it's
the
in my
booby trap?
bag.
What?
Say again, you talked over each other there.
If I had a Zenith, oh yeah. I was gonna say, if I had a Zenith for every time working with you made me fall into an infinite abyss, I would have 2 Zeniths, which is
Not
not
a lot.
much.
But it's weird it happened twice.
Right.
I mean, if
Exactly.
you don't want to work with me, then
Now,
you can
why
just
are we
leave.
falling? Why are we falling in an infinite void?
As you ask that question, your chance of salvation is rapidly approaching you, and you may miss it, as you see that there are a variety of colored, jeweled platforms seeming to hang in the air. You could
Can I angle my fall to land on one of them?
say again.
May I angle my fall to try to glide and land on one of them?
You certainly
Or
can.
snag one of them?
Which one?
All right.
It has to be one that you're adjacent to.
Yeah, it's got to be this red one that I'm closest
Oh,
to.
boy.
Yeah, you're able to kind of angle yourself, and you kind of, you probably have the easiest time of doing it because you're used to shape shifting yourself a little bit. So getting over there and landing on the thing is, when you land, it isn't like a hard thud like you jumped from a great height, and you did fall from quite a distance. Part of that may be due to your mutation, but no, this is way softer. You landed on something that looked hard and stone-like, and it felt like you tumbled across a thick bit of turf.
Okay. Well, so you're saying I actually don't take damage from landing on it then?
That's correct.
Okay, great. Then if I'm not sure that falling works that way, but if I can reach out a hand to stop someone else from falling further, I will. That would be my first reaction upon landing, would be to try to catch someone else falling.
It depends where everyone else is going. Everyone's falling and can guide themselves to a nearby platform.
I will aim for whatever platform is adjacent, because I don't have a map currently.
There are
It's in the
3.
bottom right.
You're in the. There are 3 blue ones and 1 gold one. The gold one's close. There's a blue one and a gold one that's closer to the party, and the other 2 blue ones are further from the party.
I will aim for a blue one. The one closer.
One closer. Boop.
I'll aim for this red one.
Oh, you know what? Hang on. If they used it, if I need to roll this actually.
Oh, did you not do your refresh last time?
Yeah, I wasn't here.
Then they don't refresh. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's
You have to
right.
be here for them to refresh.
Right. I'm aiming for this one.
If somebody else uses the dark reader feature, turn that off and then back on again, and then roll 20 will work for you.
And where does our Zenit carrying friend go?
Seven would like to grab onto her little drone and use it to carry her over here.
Oops. Move somebody. And you have your little lantern following you.
Which I still have. It has just been jammed into my bag.
I
all the other
feel
stuff.
I feel like for the humor of this, Vibius and Umbrenius absolutely have to be the ones that break Lucius's fall.
Umbrinius more enthusiastic to do so. Vibius less so, but you know, he saw Umbrinius do it, so he should do. I guess. Thud. Although they find that as they kind of brace because they're thinking you're going to hit something hard, it's like, wait, we don't need to do that. That barely hurt. We don't need to thunk. Ow. we didn't need to catch him at all. As you all start gathering your bearings and getting to your feet and getting ready to help each other as needed, you notice that various huge stones and rocks and clumps of dirt, tree are falling towards you, and currently it's fairly thin. So it's a lot. Most of it's falling into the almost all of it is falling into the void around you. But you get the feeling that over time that's just gonna get worse, not better.
Does it look like it's going to get worse?
Is there anywhere to go?
Say again, Rune?
I apologize. I was going to ask, does it look like it's getting worse, like it's all falling in the middle? Or does it all look like it's collapsing around the edges and then working into the center? Like, where's it worst? All the stuff falling. If I can get a sense of that looking upwards.
It seems to be falling mostly from the edges, but there's such a lot, and currently it's so thin that you can see that it's thinner in the middle than it is in the outer edges. But if it increases in volume or intensity, then it will fill even these gaps. Yeah. If nothing else, it's by sheer chance you should be bopped in the head every so often, but that for some reason that isn't happening
yet.
Right.
And what were you saying, Alexander? Sorry.
Yeah. Is there anywhere to go? Like, I'm sorry, I can't see the map right now. So are there other platforms? Is there like a hallway or tunnel or something?
You're standing amidst a void where there are various platforms. 4 red ones. 4 green ones.
4 blue ones and 3 yellow ones.
4 blue ones and 3 yellow ones.
Yep. It's sort of a pyramidal shaped room.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
what are the platforms made of? Like, are they floating? Are they on pillars?
That's a good question. We don't know yet.
They are floating and they are floating rather thin looking platforms, like they that seem to be made of various gem material, or gem, like one long panel of this gem. But it's held inside what looks to be a ancient techno-magical frame that's holding it all together.
Okay.
7, do your thing.
I'm working on it. All right, let's see where this platform ticks. What role would that be?
What are you doing to the platform?
I want to see how it's working.
Insight's part of it.
Ooh.
You're not entirely sure. It's magic, most likely. But what kind? If it's techno-magical, natural magical, life magical, beyond you. Ancient, that you know, but that's kind of obvious given where it
She's
is.
too busy trying to keep her balance on this little platform.
How far across is each platform?
Enough that jumping would require a check. It's not an easy.
No, I don't mean from each other. I mean each one. How far across are they?
Oh, like how big the platform is.
Yes.
I'd say about a little over a meter wide,
Right.
like edge to edge.
And you mentioned the jump check would be needed to get across, but then I take it if I choose to shapeshift, then I could fly and not need to make those checks if I want. Just have a
For
flying
now,
form.
yeah. While the density's fairly low, you could fly around fairly easily. It gets harder. It'll get harder once it gets to a certain. But right now, you could easily fly around and avoid any of the debris. Same way, anyone jumping doesn't have an. If people who wait to jump longer, the jump check's even harder than just a regular jump because they're not only jumping, they're jumping and trying not to get hit on the way there.
Right. I'm considering making
Do the
a move.
platforms?
Sorry. Go ahead, and then I'll
I
wait.
was gonna say, do the
I'll go right
platforms
after
like,
you.
yeah? So do the platforms lean or tilt? Like if I lean, does the platform lean?
No, it's incredibly stable, almost perfectly level.
True level.
Yes.
Okay, so they're fixed in solid space.
Well,
Anybody have any rope?
I don't think I have rope. I would.
Where's
not
50
normally.
feet of
In the
rope when you
inventory
need it?
points.
I was going to say I'd like to like hop from here
We have
to
50
here
feet of
to
temp and
here.
rope?
You want to hop from square to square to square?
Yeah, and if I go to fall, then I will just fly if necessary. Like I can shapeshift in an instant if I look like I'm going to slip it up.
I think might is part of it.
Okay. Can I use my insight to represent my ability to judge the distance well?
Certainly could.
Okay. Can I claim any bonus modifier for my mutant forms?
Not yet. Uh-oh.
Well, like I said, I can always just shapeshift. So I take it I slip and I begin to fall somewhere along the way?
Actually, you got a 7?
Yeah.
Boop. Boop. Oh no, you're almost about to. Oh, you just made that one. You're.
Okay.
So it seems to be pretty easy, especially since you have a bit of room to kind of back up a tiny bit and run, jump. Run, jump. Run, jump. Oh, you made that one.
Yeah, you almost tumbled off because this one platform that the three of us are on is only about a meter wide. Have you
Well, I was
ever tried to fit 3 people into a meter wide space?
Well, I was picturing that when I got to that last one, I was going to describe that I just sort of like get her across the 3 of your heads and jump off with that extra height to make the last.
Yeah, that's probably what you needed to make that last jump because it's.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, blink. And then I come landing over there. And what I'd like to do is, since I noticed that these platforms are up against the wall, I was going to check the wall to see if there's a way in or like a secret tunnel or something over here once I get there. But feel free to move to another player for a moment while I do that.
What actions would anyone else like to take?
This place has been full of puzzles so far. Anyone think this is part of one?
Probably.
Yeah, I raise a hand and an ear.
Quite likely.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that from the pattern, it looks like there are fewer yellow stones than there are the others. Maybe we're supposed to all get on the yellow ones to do something or activate something. I don't know.
Oh,
Uh,
is there anything? So actually, is there anything on the walls themselves?
You start looking at the wall as well, or at the walls
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah, well, I won't be looking super closely at the wall where where
Aether went.
Aether is, but I will be like looking at probably the wall closest to me to start with, and then yeah, exactly.
Okay. What is Lord Duncan up to during all this?
Um, I'll be examining my square.
Your square? Oh, like the panel you're on, you mean?
Yeah.
Insight's part of it.
Okay. Um. Go. No idea why, but roll 20 is being super leggy for me today. There we go.
You notice that your square has some writing on it, hidden amidst the crushed crystal gemstone.
What's it say?
I guess what language is it in is the real question.
You see there's some writing, and in the ancient natural magic language, the specifics are lost. There's a bit more to it than you would think. Like there's more nuance to the text, but you're just picking apart what makes sense to you.
Straight translation.
The abyssal chasm. To walk the edge of darkness, courage must be your guide. And along the outside of the frame, you see very, very faintly worn away. Like you couldn't, like you, if you'd only rolled a 7, I wouldn't have said anything. With the higher roll, you see "Trial of Courage" repeated over and over and over and over.
I will repeat what it says aloud and say it's apparently a trial of courage.
right, real helpful.
Poof! She vanishes.
Huh?
Hey, what?
Meanwhile,
What?
oops, nope.
We all just looking. All four of us are just like looking at each other, just going, "What? What? What? What?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
What?" More Duncan just disappeared.
Huh?
More
don't
Duncan. You find yourself standing on a incredibly narrow bridge over what seems to be yet another autumnless chasm, as winds blow from all directions, threatening to rip you off and toss you to your doom.
Okay.
This way, you see a magical portal of blue and green, and the faintest hints of the Isles of Terrasigath. The other way, you see a gem door, much like the platform that you once were on.
I'm gonna go this way.
I think Dex
'Cause-
is part of it. Actually,
know what-
further, I will say willpower is part of it.
Okay. Willpower being part of it? I think I'll go willpower. Cause holy crap. Scary. Oh. Phew.
You step forward. Step forward. It's so narrow. Every burst of wind makes you freeze for a second. Keep pushing.
Yeah.
You keep pushing. And you freeze, frightened by the intense winds and that instinct one might have to kind of crouch down in a hope to kind of gain balance betrays you as the bridge gives way and you fall.
Oh no!
Take 10 HP damage as you reappear back on your platform.
Ow.
As you all see her, she vanishes. There's that moment of what the heck happened? Where did she? And then by the time everyone's getting their bearings, thud, she just reappears above the platform and falls straight into it. And there's an audible crack of the platform.
Ow.
What happened? Are you okay?
I'm actually going to visibly wince when she lands because
Probably at 34.
Hard landing.
Where did you go,
Night Joe.
Ms. Duncan?
We thought you'd like vaporize. I thought you vaporized.
I was. On a very narrow bridge. And then I fell. I'm not sure if I chose the wrong direction or if I just didn't have enough courage.
Do you know how you got there in the first place?
I
Looks
read
like
the
we're-
inscription on
Yeah.
my platform.
These
The
platforms have
inscription on the
inscriptions.
platform. Then I'm gonna look
And-
down and see if there's one.
Yeah, Lucius will do so as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine. I admit it. I was going to look at the wall, and I imagine I still am going to do that, but this feels like it might interrupt me.
Who wants to look at something first?
I'll do it.
You look down, and you see Puzzle of the Ancients. Wisdom guides the hands that turn the gears of time. And on the frame, Trials of Wisdom repeated over and over and over and over.
Alexander will read the inscription out loud.
He vanishes.
I wondered if that's what did it.
I think we figured that part out, yeah. Reading aloud definitely causes problems.
You
Good to know.
find yourself, as Alexander vanishes from his platform, having read aloud his thing. Alexander finds himself without his friends or fellows. He finds himself unarmed and unarmored, and surrounded by a series of gears and levers. And above you, you can hear a kerclunk, click, 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 and you see that the ceiling of solid, heavy brass is very slowly descending upon you. But thankfully, there's a door beneath you.
Oh, saints and sinners. Okay. We have got to stop randomly teleporting in this adventure. It's getting rather tiresome. Okay, so you said there's a door beneath me?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, hang on. So the riddle said, or the puzzle of the ancients said, wisdom guides the hand that turns the gears of time.
Oh, I thought I put that in there. Sorry. I believe yes.
Okay. Oh, hooray for short-term memory. Okay. That sounds to me like a. I mean, would you consider wisdom an insight roll?
I would, yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will do double insight. Any modifiers?
No, no.
Okay. Well, you just gotta check. Okay.
You begin looking. You grab it. Maybe it's this one. No, that doesn't do it. Maybe it's this lever. No, that's not it. Maybe it's these wheels. No, oh darn it, that's locked up. Maybe it's these ones. Maybe it's, and then you feel a tunk of metal upon your head. You feel yourself going into a very involuntary squat. You lose 10 HP as you feel a crushing headache, and you reappear back where you were. Your platform cracks a little.
Oh,
Oh boy.
eyes of saints and holy places. Okay, do not read the inscription out loud. That appears to be what triggers it.
Might be just reading it does it, but we'll find out now. I'm going to squat down and brush the dust off of my platform until I can locate the text and read it to myself quietly. Not out loud, just to absorb the information.
Like in your head, or are you speaking the words? Because I feel like that's the distinction here.
In head, I believe that's
Definitely
what I heard.
in my head, yes. That would be the implication.
The
of
weeping
reading
spirit.
myself.
The weeping spirits. A heart that feels can mend the souls that suffer. And it says trials of compassion over and over and over on the frame. You notice when you read it in your head, nothing happens.
Okay. Can I take out like my book that I've been keeping all my notes to myself in and scribble it onto there?
You could, yeah.
I do so.
The scribing of it also doesn't activate it.
Okay.
Good to know. I do so, and then I hold it up and point at it to everybody. It looks like we can, pass this around, and maybe we should find out what all these say. But we probably don't have a lot of time. We need to hurry.
I do notice, yeah, it's starting to get a lot more dense, and more and more stuff are falling.
We should each pick a different platform that we're not on currently, record information about each platform, and let's find out what they all are real fast. Maybe.
Alrighty. Lucius kneels down and gets a look at his platform.
Zevin will do the same with ours.
Who wants to read theirs first? In their head, I suppose.
I shall.
You read, the colossal boulders. Only united force can move mountains. And it says trials of strength along the edge. Then
I think this one might require a lot of us.
Maybe all of us. Maybe it's our way out.
Then another one is read in their head, I presume. The starving beasts. Compassion tames the wildest heart.
Oh,
Are these ancient
I get
wisdoms,
it.
or are they fortune cookies?
I get it. We all have to be so. A number of us have to be on the the panels, and then I think all three of us have to succeed at the same time. Like, three of us have to be on the yellow ones, and all succeed at the yellow ones at the same time.
Yeah, the yellow ones are all trials of compassion, it seems. It looks like, I think, different trials depending on the color.
Yeah, I guess blue would be trials of wisdom then.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
And
All right.
What was the green one? Trial of what?
We haven't. I don't think we've read.
No, I'm on a green one. Strength.
Okay.
And
These
red
are-
is trial of courage.
Okay. I feel like the trial of compassion with all of us might be the best bet. We could all do
Well,
a trial
there are
of
only
compassion together.
there are only 3 trials of compassion, so maybe more Duncan could hop over to the third one.
I could try wisdom.
Yeah, on binds with a bunch of gears. That might be more your speed.
All right, move over.
I'll try to jump over to this one.
I'm gonna
Might is going to be part of it to leap over that gap.
try jumping here too.
Might
Yeah,
is part
Can
of it.
can I assist by like reaching out to catch them?
You could help with the might to assist, yeah.
I will do so.
Ooh, I think I got doubles.
Doubles, but not a 10.
Not a success.
Wait, but it's doubles, right? So that means we get an opportunity?
No, you have to
Well,
succeed.
Oh,
A 7 was enough to make it before. Maybe it's still enough.
7's enough for more Duncan to get across currently.
Good.
oh.
Unfortunately, Oranon is short, and it's, Alexander needed to get 10 or more to grant
To
assist.
assist.
So,
Oh no.
Your little companion buddy.
Yeah, does it draw
Yeah.
help?
Can I roll to assist?
It can roll to assist, yeah, as it tries to grab onto you, and it tries to pull you the rest of the way so you can at least get a hand on the platform.
I love it.
Let me just check its stats. Rolls.
That's just enough, as it saves you from plummeting into the eternal darkness with all the trees, rock, and stone.
Yeah, that was close. If you had fallen, I was gonna come after you. But yeah, glad you made it.
I saw my life flash before my eyes. There was a lot more stealing than I expected.
I would like to hop over here and end up on the top left yellow platform and read its inscription and write it down.
Might is part of it. You
Okay.
do get +1 now that you've done it before. Now you know what it's like to run on to jump across these things.
It wasn't might before though. Before it was something else, I think. No, maybe it was might. Yeah, it was. All right, so I'll use the same, but I get a +1 now.
Yep.
That'll help. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
And what does this one's inscription say? And I know it's a trial of compassion.
It says trial of metagame. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine?
What?
Like,
Just
okay,
like
screw
the,
you too, GM.
Trial of metagaming.
This one says, the enslaved worker. To lift another's burden is the greatest act of compassion.
Huh.
I feel like I can actually do that one. I'm going to read it out loud.
Poof.
And she was never heard from again.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Disappears.
It's sort of like the fantasy equivalent of the great, "Hey everybody, look at me." The last words of the redneck.
You
Look
see,
what I can do.
you see A lone figure on a checkerboard floor, hunched over an artisan's table, angled up to their face, but their face hunched over, partially to see what it is they're working on up close through their half-broken spectacles. They're with a dried-out feather of a quill, barely wet ink. But that's not all of it. They have a shackle about their neck that has chains reaching down to 2 lumps of steel that are wrapped around the legs of the table. And they seem to be very carefully, very slowly scribing something out. And you can tell they never can just sit upright because the weight's pulling their neck down. So the most they can do is move like maybe a half inch away from the board. But that's it. They can't properly sit up straight. And they look like there's this weird pain to them, like they've been kind of like that for who knows how long.
All right. You look everything I've got in my backpack. Not a lot. Just things I can pull out of it with inventory points, basically.
Do you
And
have
I
the
believe
ability to do like acid damage?
That's a good question. I don't know about acid, but I can do other unusual types.
Elemental shards can do air, bolt, earth, fire, or ice. Acid, I would classify as earth damage.
Right.
Wait, hang on. It said lift another's burden.
Well, it's not like I was going to go for acid anyway. I was actually just considering that maybe I could, like, the collar that's around their neck, is it actually made of metal, or is it like a leather collar with a metal chain attached, or what are we talking
Metal
about
to
here?
metal, forged and cast as if in one piece. The person likely was there when it was wrapped around them.
Right. So it'd be very difficult to break depending on how thick it is. But I was considering using my shape-shifting abilities to just, try to attempt to break it off of him. But alternatively, I was going to see if there was some way I could help them with their work, because that's kind of what I had imagined, but that there'd be some way that I could help them with their work, but I suppose I need to lift them from this burden. So I'm going to go over and examine the chain and the collar and the attachment points and see if there's any weak link anywhere in the chain, or thinner link anywhere along the path.
Insight's part of it.
Okay. I'll do a double insight.
If there is a weak link, it isn't immediately apparent, but there likely is one somewhere along the link. There always is. But you're not sure.
Okay. Then my equipment. I'm wearing a rough glove that makes me immune to the weak condition.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking what I'll do is what is this person or creature working at the desk seem to be?
They look to be a very wizened, very old elf who has toiled for such a long time and suffered for so long they have lost their hair. But that all said, ears are hard to miss.
Sure. Oh, not as big as mine, but still.
Well, yours are up, his are sideways.
Right.
Well, sideways and a little down because sad, but you know.
I'll ask him if he would like me to help him get free from this.
If it were possible, I would welcome the respite.
I'll lean over to him and sort of get to where it's easy for him to see me eye to eye since he's held down towards the desk. And I will. Is he basically just copying, like doing scribe work, copying a book into another book so that there's 2 copies? Or what does he appear to be doing for his labor?
He is drawing a map of the countless realms
Oh,
in
wow.
excruciating detail, right down to how to notating what the name of the place is, how many people live there, when it was established, like little tiny notes and little symbols, other things that are beyond your cartographic notice. Contour lines indicate that this mountain's this much taller than that mountain, all sorts of things. It is a
That's
map of detail that has never existed as far as you're aware. Mind you don't have a ton of memory, but in the shops, no one has a map like this.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking it could be highly valuable to keep that. Then I will say to him, if you will cede your map to me after I free you, then I would consider it the highest repayment. And then I'm going to actually get behind him and put one little fist on either side of his collar and spend 1/3 of my health in order to shapeshift into my biggest, strongest, armored, heavy form and try to yank it off, try to like literally break it off him. Be pulling upwards with him so that, there's like no chance of actually harming him as I'm pulling it apart. I don't want to like yank it apart and then break his neck or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to avoid that.
Yeah. Might is part of it. Does your form normally give you a bonus of any kind?
I can actually take on a form that increases my insight by a die size. And I was going to use that as one of the...
As the other die?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah,
So-
might's part of it, and then you can increase your insight.
Yeah, I'm also increasing my level of armor, like I'm getting bigger and armored and tough and that sort of thing. And the 3rd feature will give me the polypodia. Basically, unarmed strikes can gain multi, will be the 3rd feature.
Ah, I see.
So like I'll grow a tail, which will be as useful as my hands. And along with my tail and my hands, I'll try to break it off. So that takes my insight to a d12. Let me add that first. Okay, and then you said it was insight and might?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see if this works.
Wow, this is really hard to do. Good thing you're in a bigger body. And in that, you have a flash of insight as you're pulling. You kind of, as you're straining it, you see the weak link, and you kind of flick it in just the right way, so that way the chain kind of reverberates harder on that one spot, and you kind of notice it's kind of it's the same on the other side. So you just do it with both. Snap! There's this loud clatter and shearing of metal that echoes in the room. And then you find yourself fired straight up into the air, up and away from him, as you see him, the dwindling form, starting to stand and beginning to stretch. And it looks like it's kind of hard to see, but your insight's pretty high. You can see that to the normal eye, it looks like he's getting up to kind of like cheer or something. Well, it's cheer as much as an old elf that's been chained to a desk can do. But you notice he's not doing that. He's holding the map up to you. He lets go and it rushes after you.
All right. I snag it and I wave and thank it. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry we didn't get to speak more. And okay. I did take the damage, by the way.
What damage? Oh, for your
For
transforming.
shape-shifting. For activating ethereal form.
What would you say Aether's favorite color is?
I would say Aether's favorite color is that perfect shade of aqua blue green when the sky almost looks like the sea, because Aether has never seen the ocean or the sea, and she's dreamt of it, that one day she could see the ocean that she's heard about, this vast body of water. Like she's seen lakes and little rivers and things, but she's never seen the ocean. So in her imagination, she likes to think that perfect, slightly blue, slightly green shade of sky on a cool autumn afternoon is what the ocean must look like.
The
That's
rest
her
of you
favorite
notice that
color.
as Aether vanishes, emerging very quickly is a swirl of magic, and that plumes upward, and you see a spectral figure of Aether, a sort of a holographic image, if you will, of her, miming her talking down to somebody, and then probably very quickly snatching at something, and then in the hologram appears a map, and then probably her looking at it very intrigued and interested, and looking around a little confused and trying to figure something out. But she looks like she's safe. But the platform she was
Oh.
on is not but a swirl of magic.
Okay, well, we know that is a viable plan.
Okay.
Which
I
ones were
will.
the... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna read the one that I'm currently on silently so that I know what type of trial it is.
The weight of ages. To bear the weight of history, many hands must work as one.
Is there a type of trial outlined on the square?
It is a trial of strength.
Oh, strength.
Oh, sorry.
Strength?
Interesting.
I cheated you. I'm sorry. You're on the courage platforms. Well,
Oh, okay. So
we know what the
That's
we know what's sorry. It would be the flames of fear.
Oh, that sounds worse.
Only those who brave fire shall find the path beyond.
okay.
And that one is also a trial of strength. No, I'm just kidding. That's a trial of courage.
That
What? Go ahead.
seems ominous.
All of these sound ominous.
Oh, I don't know. The one I'm on didn't sound that bad until I saw what it was. Okay, so which ones was the trial of strength?
Trial strength, I believe, is green.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck with this one. Hopefully that will work better. It will work better for you than for me, and I'm going to try to jump to that one.
Okay. Give me might as part of it. As you begin bounding
Awesome.
from platform to platform.
I'm going to do double might.
Yep.
Any modifiers?
No. You haven't done this yet.
Okay.
Yep, you get it. You bound across just fine.
Hooray! Okay. What does the one I'm on say?
This one is the weight of ages.
Oh, this one's with it. Okay. Cool. Well, let's. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and I'm going to read the description out loud.
Hold
Stop.
on.
Never mind.
Hold on.
Holding.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Cool. I would like to spend 10 mind points And don't worry, Eckhart. If I've seen anything as of late, it's that you are quite assuredly the mightiest of all of us. You regain 10 hit points, and more
Awesome.
importantly, until the end of the scene, your might die goes up one size.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Okay, now I will read the inscription out loud.
Poof. The poof. Poof, darn you. There we go.
I poofed.
Poof,
I'm
not
there.
you, the music.
Oh, who?
Before you, in a castle hall with stoneworks and masonry that stretch high into the night sky, twinkles of starlight, you can see the threatening flickers of flames and war. But here in your part of this castle, you hear your enemies banging at a door to your back, and you look forward. Notice there's a way forward. There's a giant, massive statue, and
Okay.
it is is on one side of the room. On the other side of the room is this massive brass platform or pedestal that's about a little over waist high, whereas the statue's like flush with the floor. And then on the far end of the room seems to be a brass door.
How close are the statue and the platform to each other?
About 6 meters away from each other.
Okay, so
30
brass
feet.
statue, brass platform, brass door.
There's a wooden door behind you that's giving away with every second that ticks by.
Okay, yeah, well, we're all right. Okay. And what was the weight of ages? To bear the weight of history, many hands must work as one. Beginning to think maybe I should have brought somebody with me. If that's even possible in these things. We have yet to experiment and find out. Okay. Okay. So you said the platform's about waist height?
A little over waist high, yeah.
Okay. How tall is the statue?
About 5 meters tall.
5 meters. Okay. Cool. Is the statue fastened to the floor, or is it just kind of sitting there?
It's not fastened in any particular way. It's held in place by its weight.
Okay.
Probably heavier
cool.
at the bottom than the top, specifically to... Actually, it's probably balanced so it doesn't tip over easily.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
not bolted down. The weight's kind of what's keeping it there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Cool. I'm going to try to tip the statue over onto the platform.
Okay?
Because I figure if I tip it, it's long enough to hit the platform. Okay, so the platform was... Wait, hang on.
Platform's 6 meters
Platform-
away. Statue's 5 meters tall.
Ah, doggone it. I did my math backwards. Never mind, I'm not doing that. You know what? Screw it. Can I pick this thing up?
Might would be part of it.
Uh-huh. Figures. This is fine. I am not the riddle solver. Okay. Well, good news is my might die are are one size bigger now, so those are both D12s. Alright. Here we go. I don't suppose there's any modifiers for this.
No.
Cool.
You brought
I'm
something out of
spending
your
a fat
bag,
load-
maybe it could have helped, but you're just powerlifting this thing barehanded.
Well, I didn't exactly bring a dolly. Alright. I'm gonna re-roll that actually.
Under what trait?
On the trait, frick you. That's what. Dark Knight.
Dark Knights do have creepy levels of strength, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You reach deep dark in a place that no one dares look.
Yep. That was worse. Okay.
That's what you get for looking into the dark.
I looked at the void, and the void said, "Nah, man,
Yeah.
you're not doing
the
this."
voice
I
said
think
no.
the void didn't like you staring into it. Yeah.
You try
Yeah,
to lift it.
yeah.
You try to lift it. It's so heavy. You got it. You're lifting it. You're lifting it. No, you're not. You're tipping it towards you. Oh no!
Of that. Okay.
You take 10 damage and return back to your
Yep.
spot.
Gosh dang it. I tried, man.
You did. You tried very valiantly. Unfortunately, my inherent dice roll, luck, said no. Oh. Okay.
You know,
that-
while in this state, Lucius, I think, is gonna jump over to here.
Mind is part of it.
Insight for the other. To gauge distances. None. Where's my thing that tells me how to roll? I know you're here somewhere, dang it. I'm trying to remember which tab it's under.
It's under the tab called Rules.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Wow. I wish there was some way I could help.
Okay. Fortunately, you are unable to. You are free of this place.
Oh god dang it. Hang on. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I think I'm falling.
He hops one.
Can I summon my drone?
He hops two. That would only give +1. He needs at least 7.
Ooh.
And he plummets. And plummets.
I cannot.
Oh,
Oh.
what do you want to do?
Can I? How much equipment would it spend for me to have a grappling rope?
2.
Toss for him to grab. 2. Okay. That's a price I'm willing to pay.
You spend 2 points. You have a grappling hook. What do you do with it? As
I'm
you pull it
gonna-
up your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna affix the hook end to this side of the platform, and I'm gonna toss the rope down to him.
Give me Dex as part of it. And Lucius, you can assist because I imagine you're trying to grab at the rope that's being thrown to you. But if they miss, well, there's no grabbing at it because the rope's too far away.
Oh, I have just been rolling 3s all night.
I don't think anything I can roll will
A
help.
+1 wouldn't change anything. The rope is thrown.
May
Oh, no, go
I
ahead.
started with 0. I started with 0 Fabula points at the beginning of this session.
But you got 1 now because you started at 0, so you always get 1 when you start a session at nothing.
All right. Well, I spent that 1.
To what trait?
I'm rough and tumble. This is not my first time diving through ruins before.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Hey!
Ah,
Turn back the clock.
Thankfully, you do need at least 7 because the clock is not halfway full, so it's not that bad yet. Throws it out, and then the 3 of them all grab on and we thunk, and I get pulled over to your platform.
oof. Don't do that to me.
I thought I had it.
Well, obviously you don't.
Also, doubles.
Yeah, what do I? Let me see what I get for doubles.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could turn the clock back a couple ticks.
Yeah, I'd like to turn the clock back too.
Progress. By sheer chance, it looks like that was just that first increase of falling debris was just all clumped together. It's not nearly as bad as you thought it was. Well, that's relieving.
Not
That's good to
yet.
know.
Oi, what do you think you're doing to me? You're gonna give me a heart attack. And well, neither of us will get out of here.
Yeah, you're.
Don't do that again.
Well, am I just supposed to stay here for the rest of eternity?
No, look before you leap. That's like that's dungeon raving like rule number 1.
Well, a scion of the noble house of Avantis would never stoop so low as to raid.
Bernius and Venerius share a look and decide not to share the truth of the matter.
Well, yeah.
When has the Republic ever raided anybody?
Are we the baddies?
You don't think so? You're the good guys. You're bringing civilization to the barbarians.
Well, you say so. I'm gonna wait for him to jump to the next one. If he wants to keep the rope, it's his.
Yep. He's gonna hop over to this one here.
Might is part of it. You do have +1 because you've done a jump before. You failed it, but now you know how tricky it is. You really have to be careful with that timing.
Thanks for the +1. I needed it.
Aha, you made it. That one was a lot easier.
What does this guy say?
One's a wisdom one.
What the hell is that?
Scroll.
I just know you're reading it out loud immediately, aren't you?
The riddle of the Sphinx. Only those who listen to the whispers of wisdom shall speak the truth.
Oh, listening. Good listener.
Vernius chuckles, and Bernius gives him a very threatening shove, like it almost makes him fall off, and he just grabs him and pulls him back on the platform.
I shall do a test of wisdom. The riddle of the Sphinx. Only those who listen to the whispers of wisdom shall speak the truth.
Wait, do we go with... Poof. As you learned, yes, if more than one person's on a platform and the command word is said, everyone goes.
Good to know.
Sitting before you is an enigmatic sphinx. Its wings spread wide, its eyes piercing, its teeth impossibly sharp. Its body going from a lounge, like they're half asleep and they just kind of lift their head a little bit. Their crown about their head, their mane of gold, glistening. They stare down at you and smile with so many teeth. Your 2 guards step in front of you ready to defend you, and then the Sphinx just makes a casual wave of her paw, and the 2 of them are flung back off their feet and tumble behind you.
Sphinx, you have shown yourself to be powerful, but I assume that it is really wisdom for which you are renowned.
Do you have wisdom? O man of silk and soft hand and soft meat.
Anime sweat bead. No, he does not. Of course.
Oh.
For I am Lucius Avantis, scion of the House of Avantis.
And is this scion willing to pay tribute? Or does he think he wiser than I?
I am willing to pay tribute, and what would a riddle-asking Sphinx ask for in tribute but an answer to her riddle?
If you give tribute, I'll take the fat one. He looks like he has a lot of meat. But you wish to answer your riddle, then that will suffice as well. But if you're wrong, smiles, you will be the tribute.
Gulp.
Also, someone's playing Roblox.
Ooh. That's the noise we make every time we fail one of these challenges and land on the Roblox. Oof.
It's just the oof noise.
I have actually never played Roblox.
You're better off,
Neither have
honestly.
No, neither have I. But the
I don't know
oof
what it
is.
is. Sounds mean. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Don't recognize it at all.
So riddle.
A riddle, you say. Wisdom, you claim. So I ask you, what is forbidden and vast, with ancient power awakened and shadows cast?
Vast. Oh, hang on. Hmm.
Could we get
Yeah.
that in text form? Just for, posterity's sake.
Wait a minute.
1 second, I'll write that down. Besides, for posterity's sake, this is all being streamed and recorded, so...
What is forbidden and
That is true. Thank you for reminding me.
I know. It helps to have a riddle in front of you. I'm the same way.
Oh. Haha. Okay. I think I've got the answer. I think I've got the answer. Oscara.
She smiles, and the smile loses its sharpness, and instead, you feel a weight in your arms. As you look down, you notice you're holding a sack full of gems and crowns and zenith.
Zenith.
Oh.
What is your favorite color?
I'd assume red, probably.
Red, you say?
Yes. Oh.
Tee-hee.
I feel clever for putting together on that one.
Tee-hee.
Because I was like, wait a second, that sounds like the thing from the very beginning.
Oh, wait a second.
In Oscara's deserts forbidden and vast, ancient power awakened, shadows cast. You ain't slick.
What level are you currently?
Hmm?
What level are you currently?
14? I think that's what everyone is. 14, yeah.
Oops. That would have been the wrong number. You gain 43 Zenith in just raw coin. As for all the gems and crowns and stuff, you'd have to get that appraised. You're not sure precisely how much that's worth. But, and I imagine you probably, as you find yourself whooshed off into the sky along with your two companions, there is a moment of... You can hear across that chasm, as if she is not shouting the Sphinx, she is simply speaking in a level tone that carries across the great gap that grows the longer she speaks. She says to you, "The fires on high burn bright, and scions dwindle the longer the fight."
That's not terrifying.
And all of you see that where Aventus once stood is a whirl of red, proud red banner of energy. You can almost hear the fanfare and the triumphant marching beat as your three fellows turn into spectral persons, whooshing off into the sky. Vibius and Nebrinius both kind of confused as they pick themselves off the ground. Well, they try to make a motion of getting up, but they kind of sort of almost like they're skydiving the wrong way. They kind of turn around in the air. Meanwhile, I imagine the good Lucius is looking down at something and then probably looking through the bag a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucius is never gonna get let us hear the end of this. All right.
Seven, do you want to go here to try?
Right.
Or do you want us to
Yeah,
go now?
go do the gear thing.
All right. Okay. What's it?
Didn't you all go together? That way, if you pass one, you're all free.
guess we could try that.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to, but if not, then that's up to you.
I've failed two of these things already. I'm game to try this method.
Sure.
Well, good luck jumping.
Yeah,
Thanks.
each of you have a might roll to jump over there. +1 because you've done the jump before.
Hooray! And my might roll and my might die is still one size bigger because it's until the end of the scene.
Yep.
Yep.
And more Duncan makes it.
Yay.
You just bound from platform to platform.
Yay.
I think I made it.
Platform to platform. You're all crowded on this one platform. It's very uncomfortable.
Okay, so just so you know what we are walking into, when you read the inscription, we'll be teleported into a giant room full of gears. And then the ceiling starts ascending.
All right, I'm gonna ask you to brace it while I have time to work.
I will try my best.
Okay, I'll read the inscription. Let's go.
Poof! All of you vanish. None left but ghosts and phantom. For now.
Oh, and also we will lose all of our armor and gear. That is also important.
Oh, you should have mentioned
Alexander
that
is
first.
saying as we're teleported in.
The lantern poofs away, but your little companion manages to stay along. Yes, all your armor and weapons are gone. But you find yourself
Do we
in
have
a
our backpacks?
You do.
Oh, good.
You see that there is the slowly descending brass giant weight that is coming to crush you all into dust, and you're surrounded on all sides by gears and levers and a door at your feet.
I'm guessing the door is locked if we try to open it. I didn't check last time. That'd be really silly.
It's locked.
Of course. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
put myself in like a brace position and then try and stop the giant weight inexorably descending toward us.
Kind of reach up your hands over
Alright.
your head and wait for it to come for you. You might be able to buy time if it gets to you.
Uh-huh.
Something in the room we can wedge it. We'll wedge it. But I'm gonna start in this corner, and I'm going to send my cute little drone to the other side to start analyzing everything, because we need to figure out what direction these gears are turning.
What was more Duncan up to?
Can I spend inventory points to create a lockpick set?
What lock are you picking?
Well, you said the door was locked, right?
Yeah, he tries to open it, but you look at the door, there doesn't seem to be a keyhole.
Oh, never mind. I will assist with the analysis then.
Good thought, though.
You sure you don't want to help me hold the ceiling up?
I don't think I would be a help with that at all.
I could tickle you while you're trying to do it.
No, I'm good.
No.
In figuring out how the gears work, insight is part of it. I will give you +1 because a person who failed the test is in the room with you. They know what at least one wrong answer is.
I know what. I know that it's not these 3 levers.
So, 7, I think you lead and I will assist. If that works.
10.
You could do that.
Can I assist with might because I'm doing the ceiling
Does
thing?
my drone assist?
Your drone does assist. You're kind of buying them time, so that's a different roll.
Okay.
You're not assisting with this roll.
Okay. Giving them like a time to try again or something.
I assist.
So he said that lever. Maybe it's this lever. Well, hold on. It might not be that lever. It might be that set of gears. But that set of gears links to that big gear, and that big gear links... No, that's not right. But what if you did it that way, and the 3 of you are taking a lot of time trying to figure out how this works. Time goes by insanely fast, and that's when Alexander has to put his arms up and make a might roll to try to keep the ceiling from crushing you all.
I do not mean to rush you, but our time is growing very short.
Working on it.
Alright, we're doing ourselves a might roll, you say?
Mm-hmm. Might plus
Oh.
something.
Yeah, cool. We'll do double might because it's still the bigger dice. Pretty please. Oh no. That's
Hey, you
not...
think he's slowing it down? No, he isn't. Crunch, and then you all take 10 damage.
No.
Ah!
Did we not roll high enough?
Well, I rolled a 12 to try to discover how the gears work last time, and that didn't work. And you got an 11 total.
Eek.
Yeah, and I have no idea what the DC for these are, because mine just required answering a question with the right answer.
Uh-huh.
We'll try another one.
You're gonna hop to this one? Might is part of it. +1 though, because you've done a jump before. That's just enough. Alexander, might's part of it.
Yep. And +1, right?
Yep.
Made it.
You made it.
I will attempt.
Wee. Wee. You make it.
Alright, what's this one?
Subscribe to Corbinian today. What? No.
Make sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Yes, that's that. Like that will be easy to figure out. Just to let you know, these background sounds you're playing are on point,
Teehee.
Corby. Great job on building the suspense for that background sound.
These ones are actually everything here. Almost everything is stuff by Ufolka, also known as Wingless Seraph. They have a lot of great music. Some horror, some high fantasy stuff, four on the floor type music, and some of it's Kevin MacLeod and tabletop audio. But a lot of the song and stuff I've been using has been Ufolka.
Very good.
Love their stuff. Absolutely love it. The celestial constellations. The stars above reflect the wisdom below. And the minute you read it, even just in your mind, one of the platforms vanishes.
Oh,
Oh shit!
yes, we need to leave this alone.
Alright, we're
Actually,
doing
I'm
this
just gonna
one.
Yeah, read the description out loud.
Trial of constellations. The stars above reflect the wisdom below.
Poof.
For the record, I'm not really a stars person.
Fortunately, that is my area of study, so we might actually, we might be able to succeed at this fun.
Look, I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Gemini, and we're skeptical.
You're actually Gemini.
The joke is he doesn't believe in it, but he uses it to justify the argument.
Yeah. Yes, I am a Gemini.
That's great.
In
That's
fact,
just
my
like what a
birthday's in
Gemini
2
would do.
days.
Oh no.
That's hilarious.
I did
Oh,
know it was your
happy
birthday,
birthday.
too.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Gemini, I'd wish you'd be here to help us.
But
Alright, GM.
You see a series of blue round gems rolling about on the floor.
Okay.
Now, how do I want to do that? One second, I have to set this up so you guys can move the stuff around.
you
Oh,
guys
I know.
You guys do know the one constellation, I think. It's like the snake one.
Yeah.
Are there like a series of fantasy constellations that Corby has written out for us somewhere?
I think there
Not
are.
that I'm aware of.
I think there are some constellations that he's come up with, but I think we've only encountered like one or two.
Right, like none of us are like ultra scholars about them or anything. Or
Well, Entropists studied the stars, and
so your
skies,
character may have
so.
more knowledge than we do as players, right?
yes, exactly. That's what I'm relying
Fair
on.
Well, if we're lucky, Corby will just ask you, so what do you know about them? You know, like to let you fill in some of those details. We'll see.
Hopefully.
The blue stones twinkle as they roll around randomly across the black expanse below you. And actually, the more you look, you notice that you seem to be standing on an invisible platform that is staring down into the night sky. You're not looking down, you're looking up, but you're standing on the wrong side, if you follow me.
Huh. Okay.
Don't look up.
Huh.
Huh.
See if you can move any of those stones, by the way. You guys should be able to move those around.
Yeah.
I can, yeah.
Okay. Are there any notable constellations or patterns in the stars above? Or below, technically?
Insight's
I guess.
part of it.
Okay. Alright. Cool. My insight is a D8. If anybody has anyone higher, then they can feel
I
free
am
to
not
re-roll.
higher. I can assist,
Okay.
but I'm not higher.
7.
Ooh, I just keep rolling low today. Ooh. Hey. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. I'll do my roll then. Do I have any modifiers because this is the stars and constellations?
+2 because you're an entropist. You're right, they do
Hooray!
study the stars.
Shouldn't you be the one leading the roll then?
Yes.
I'm gonna take the first one that was hit the table. No, I'm just...
Got it.
11's not terrible. I can give you something. Not a ton, but I can give you something.
Well, I'll take something.
Yeah, if you got 7 or less, if you got less than 7, you would have been kind of screwed. Actually, that's all you're getting. There are certain constellations in the night sky, and they are named after the creatures grand that travelers and wanderers would see. Thus, they paint the unknown sky with things they understand. Sometimes it's of certain people, but more commonly, it's some sort of creature that is seen in the world.
Okay. Are there any of those visible when I look at the guide ground?
There are a great many. Problem is, you don't know where in the countless realms you are, if it's on the northern or southern hemisphere, if it's winter or summer. You're guessing.
Oh, well, that's a small problem.
And it's a similar problem for both Duncan and for Zevin, is that you've seen the night sky tons of times, but you usually have a frame of reference to go off of. You're just kind of looking at a canvas at your feet.
Okay. And we can move these things around. Are there any constellations that we can see? Oh, wait, no, you're right. We can't recognize constellations because we don't know where we are.
Is there any constellation that is associated with a famous wise person or an animal that is known to be wise?
Oh, that's a good thought.
Insight's part of it.
I know I'm not there, but could I add one tiny nugget?
Go for it. If you're at the table, this is just you offering not meta knowledge, but you're helping a fellow player out. So.
Yep.
You could also consider which constellations you're aware of have 9 stars, because there are 9 gems to manipulate. It would seem likely that each one would represent a separate star in the constellation.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I was going to say, are there any stars that have the same?
Narrows it down.
Yep.
So is Alexander still leading?
Yeah, probably best.
Okay.
What question's being asked?
I shall.
Are there any constellations that have specifically, like, 9 stars? Because there's 9 gems on the ground.
Insight's part of that.
Yep. Any modifiers?
+2, you're an entropist.
Hooray! Okay.
+1.
What are these things that actually hit the right buttons?
Ever.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
11, 12 currently.
I'll assist.
Okay.
May not be a skilled astronomer, but I have done my fair share of navigating at night.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Oh no.
I
So
got
close.
something. There are most of them don't have this many. And the more stars a constellation would have in the countless realms, the more grand or important it is. So if you were doing something like the runner, the hunter, the warrior, like just generic people, that's that they don't have nearly as many stars to count them out. But if it's something way more grand, like the wizard, the dragon, the angel, that sort of thing, the first entropist, that sort of thing, you would have a lot more stars, and that would fit into having this many.
Okay.
8 stars indicates that 8 stars or lower indicates it's something not mundane per se, but something humanoid or lesser in type. Whereas once you hit that 9th star or higher, you're talking about some grand beast or elemental or arcana, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Or maybe a mythic figure like an angel, right?
To that end, I will narrow it down to the ones that the 3 of you all know is the dragon, the angel, and the arcana. The arcana is kind of a catch-all for all various great arcana spirits, but arcana can take all kinds of forms, from galloping chariots to knights of the round to the great queen of ice, all kinds of things.
Okay.
But there's usually a catch-all because there's no sense drawing out every single arcana that could ever exist. That's just ridiculous. Unless you buy a strategy guide of $59.99 right now.
No.
What if I own the tarot deck of the Arcana? It's got the major and the minor.
Major would cover a lot of them. That's true.
So
Arcana
alright, so
major
look at
and
this thing.
Arcana
It's gonna
minor.
be one of the major ones. Was there any particular symbology or anything in the ruins? I never made it to that part before we started falling and got here.
No, not really. No, not a lot. What any star symbology in at all? Gemstone
Well, no,
symbology.
like animals. Any sort of animals, drawings, imagery.
I would say we run into a lot of gold and gems. That seemed to be the overriding theme. Would you agree?
Yeah.
No,
So what about a dragon?
concepts.
They're known to be wise, and they're also associated with wealth.
What did you say,
There's
dragon?
an arcana.
Yeah.
We'll start with dragon.
Okay. So we'll move these into the shape of dragon.
Or as best you remember the dragon. What is it called again? The constellation of the dragon in the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like this.
That vaguely reminds me of the Thunderbird from Native American mythos.
I'll note
Isn't
when
the
you roll
thunder-
them around, and then when you have the intention of this is where it's supposed to be, it will sink into the floor. But if you're still thinking about it, it'll roll around freely.
Okay.
Does this look like it? Oh, may I do a recall check?
Sure.
Gonna make sure you get it right, huh?
Wouldn't you?
So what'd you have it before? One of them moved. So what of this is the dragon? Just so I can help you fix it.
Yeah, it's the dragon facing front. So this bit is like the wings.
It's like wings outstretched,
There's the head,
claws
and
in
there's
front.
the body.
Yep.
That one.
The tail.
That's a tail. Or
Yep.
the body if it's sitting.
Yeah, that looks right. You're pretty sure that's how the dragon constellation works. There's been some artistic license depending on culture, but that's roughly correct. As correct as you can get with stones on a board.
I
Okay,
think I
well,
got
nothing... All right. Well, nothing. I'm assuming nothing appears to be happening.
Do you push
Uh-oh.
them down into the surface, or are you with certainty,
Oh,
or are you
yeah.
still rolling them around?
it. Let's
Yeah,
submit
let's-
it.
Let's lock them in.
Wait, you're not calling someone for a second opinion? You're locking it in?
Poof! You all vanish.
Yay. Applause.
Who turned out the lights?
Hey, who turned out the lights?
I swear for falling again.
It's a new scene, just so you're aware.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's either a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a bad thing because it means my hit points don't come back, but I'm back in my Aether form.
Oh, and my strength is back to normal.
It means
Maybe
all
we
our
got out
stuff happens. Oh, we got out of there, yes. That's true. But yeah, Theriaform's pricey if you do it while you're at full health.
Good job getting out of the platform hell there. That was a... that can either do a lot of damage to you or very little damage, depending on which puzzles you do. Some are way, way harder than others.
Wait. So some of those will do more than 10 points of damage?
Well, more that if everyone goes into the same room and you failed, everyone takes that damage.
Right.
So instead of just
Oh.
10 damage, it turns effectively you're dealing 30 damage to your party.
Basically a bigger gamble, right.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
once you succeed, then they're all free, so.
But some
Oh,
puzzles
so
are
like-
way easier when you have a bunch of people because you get assists and everything else, right?
And like, were the
Yep.
DCs all the same, or?
No, it depended. Like the statue was really high if you tried to lift it by yourself. But if you had other people, the DC's lower because you're helping each other. If you just try to some of them you can do by yourself, like the Sphinx. Others you need other people to do it. But in theory, you could do it if you hit the really high DC.
Curiosity, was I supposed to be able to do the one I did alone? Or did I just...
No, you can do that one alone. The helping the person. The compassion ones are probably the easiest of them, but they're also the ones that can be. They're also ones that can be done without a roll, because they're kind of that weird. There is a weird non-mechanical answer to the question, but you found a way to mechanically rip them apart and make total sense. I'm like, no, that makes sense.
Cool.
If you try to steal but there's certain ways to fail automatically without a roll, like stealing the map. If you just stole the map from them, that's a fail, and you just get bumped immediately.
Yeah, whereas I made a deal, right?
Yeah.
Made a bargain.
You find yourself deep down, looking at the very bottom of the bottomless pit. You can tell because you can see the twinkling stars of the platforms way, way above you all, and various falling things baffing off of a magical dome that's hovering over all of this. And you notice that it is waning. It has lost some of its strength due to how much has fallen on it. as some of it's starting to pile up and it's buzzing and frizzing more and more and more. Eventually, all of you pop into this room, and you find yourself bounded by magical fields.
Wow, I just put an appropriate picture in the Discord too.
And this way, this here, is a blue magical field.
Okay.
This one's a bright red magical field. And these two are a sort of ultraviolet blackish field. Through the blue haze, you can see what looks to be a grand obelisk with strange shaping. Through the red field, you can see its mirror.
Lucius
feels
looks around and says, "Okay, where are we now?"
And you all notice you're all standing on what appears to be some sort of magical circle that seems
This
to be
feels-
powering down the minute you all appeared in here.
Feels very ominous.
What's through the ultraviolet walls?
Insight's part of it. It's kind of hard to see. Which way are you looking, north or south? Up or down?
Both. I was asking about both, but I guess it's one or the other.
It is one or
This
the other,
case?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which way are you looking?
Let's look north first.
North?
And you said insight's part of it?
Yep. You're trying to peering through the field, trying to see detail.
Yeah.
The obelisks that don't
Uh,
require a roll just because they're so big, even with the field, you can't miss that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I will do double insight then. And here it comes. Any modifiers?
No.
Okay.
That's a magic field, all right.
Uh-huh. Sure is magic.
It almost feels like a coliseum. Vernia says, and Vernius kind of looks around. You see, normally he gives a look to him like to tell him to shut up, but he doesn't say anything right away. He looks around and goes, I hate to say it, but I think he's right. I don't like this.
And now that you put it that way, I don't like this either.
Okay. I'm gonna. Are there any like rocks or loose debris on the floor?
No, perfectly clean. But
I would think
for an inventory point,
Colosseums would kind of be your thing. Like, I would have expected you to find that neat.
I'd like to examine the circle at our feet.
oh, what was that again, Aether? Sorry.
It's okay. I'd like to examine the circle at our feet.
Insight's part of it.
Sure. And you said we reset the scene, so I no longer have a benefit, right?
Yeah. So if your thing lasts for a scene, that's faded by now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm taking it off. I'm just making sure. Okay. Do my animal eyes help in any way? Give me a little bonus or no?
Thinking. +1.
Okay. What can I figure out about this circle? 12.
That 12 is a number. No. For
This is
one,
definitely ink.
it is a magical circle of the spiritual variety, spiritualism. Study it for a bit longer and think about it. Now, you're not a spiritualist yourself, but certain rules of magic still apply. And it looks like it is a teleportation type circle, but it is tied to something, or to some, not a command word, but to a thing or a group of things. It's kind of hard to tell. You
Okay.
read it a bit more. Trying to, and probably learning a lesson not to say any of it out loud, because who knows what that'll do.
Right. You said that it was fading as we arrived here. Is that right?
Like
just
it had been
activated when we
activated,
arrived,
and then it's
and when
it's
we
powering
arrived
down.
here, now it's fading out. Right. Okay. Well, I will pass that along. I think this was the arrival point, and it may be, powering down after teleporting us here. I don't know if we can use it to leave as well. Do I think that I can suss out a way to manipulate this magic circle to activate it again to send us out of here with everything that we've already collected and just head back to the train? Like, do I think I could do something with the circle that way if I fool around with it?
It's possible.
I'll begin. I won't actually do anything yet, but I take out my notebook and I start drawing like 3 or 4 different ways that I can manipulate the pattern, so that I can try out different, formats and then show them to other people without actually doing it yet. That way I can get a second opinion before I actually commit one of them to activity. All right, but I'm going to try, on paper, 3 or 4 different manipulations of what I think might work, so that I can then show them to everyone else in the party afterwards. That may take me a few minutes. But I'm gonna begin.
You attempt to do so. However, your discipline of chimerism is not compatible with this magic. You understand what it's trying to do, but it's not in a ritual form that you're familiar with.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to do it then.
Not without a clue or some extra bit of information to kind of fill in the gap for you.
Okay, well, I'll fill out what I do understand and show it to everyone else.
In
So
that
that
case.
maybe one of them can fill in what I'm missing.
Okay.
In particular, Seven and more Duncan, who I know are learned about this sort of thing. But anybody might have something I don't know. Not sure.
Oh, fiddle.
Hey, Corby,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to pull out the bronze sword that I just have on me from those bandits like 5 ever ago. I'm gonna toss it at the red wall to see what happens. Just like a gentle underhand, just toss.
It catches fire and clatters to the floor.
The metal is on fire.
And you see it
Glad you
melt
didn't
and
touch
pool
that.
onto the floor.
Okay.
Okay, well, we know what the red one does now.
Interesting. Okay, so
I think we all need to speak together in harmony. Something that we all agree with, that we believe, and it probably has something to do with our journey, since we're all united in our efforts to save the world.
I thought that's what you guys did last time.
Is this the information that I pick up from the circle? Is that right, Corby?
Mm-hmm. That's the bits that make sense to you. There's more symbols and drawings, but you're not a spiritual, so you don't know what those mean.
All right. Well, I'm going to show this to everybody and pass my booklet around that I've been writing in, so everybody can read it. It looks to me like, unless there's more to this that I don't understand that would explain it clearer, maybe if we all, stay together. Oh, something's appearing. If we all stay together in harmony at one time, something that we all believe, and maybe it'll get us out of here and activate the circle. And then
Do
I
you guys
say,
have boss music?
yes, boss music has started. Maybe we should all like quickly decide something that we all believe that we can say together.
I think it's a bit too late for that. Zevin loads her gun.
All of you look forth and see this grand creature that seems to emerge from the obelisk. You can
Just one
see
creature
it's...
from one obelisk?
Say again?
So just on the one side from the one obelisk, right? Not like both?
It's possible the other one's invisible.
I don't like that answer.
This one emerges from the obelisk. You can hear a echoing whoa. And you hear your own voices kind of being echoed back at you. It unleashes its sword, holding it behind itself, as it seems to electrify with energy. And the echoing seems to be coming from the sword, almost like it's a beam of light or some sort of saber. The armor seems to glint with arcane energy and is decorated in a variety of runes. And this thing seems to move. At first, it seems like it's moving, it's crawling, but you very quickly notice how fast it moves. Like it's moving scarily precise.
Oh, wait. So this thing, you said it's making a noise? It's
Yep.
making like a hum?
Yep.
Everyone
I'll
harmonize.
try to harmonize with the hum.
Same. If everybody else does it, I will too. We try to harmonize with the hum.
Sounds ridiculous and we're all gonna die. Fine.
I mean, we don't necessarily know it's hostile. Just because something is big and scary doesn't mean it wants to kill us. I mean, most of the time that is true,
Our
but
track record.
Hey, the last time we encountered one of these artifacts, we didn't have to fight it.
Alexander's big and scary, and he doesn't try to kill people.
Insight's
Yeah.
part of it, as you all hum together, trying to figure out what exactly you're trying to harmonize with. It's hard because you're being echoed back, so you're trying to keep your pitch where you want it to be.
I'll roll this.
Oh god.
I'll lead this because I
Oh
have
god.
I have
You have a what?
Fabula to spend if I need to.
Alright. I have
one
no
to
hope.
spend as well, but I'll let you lead them. Go ahead.
I haven't rolled any. I'm
know.
gonna wait for assists.
No, you can't
Okay.
do that. If you're leading, roll, and then we assist.
yeah, we
Okay,
roll.
Go ahead and roll, and then we'll know how badly we need to assist you.
You know what? I am going to spend my Fabula
To just re-roll the one that rolled a 1.
to re-roll the
Yeah,
one that
that
rolled a
sounds-
1. Origin, Noble Republic of Coriostellum. I think I established pretty recently that Lucius has a pretty good sense of musical timing because of his upbringing.
I'll take that.
Nope. I just have to re-roll a. Oh, I can do it with my stats. I roll insight. Okay, great. That's 16.
And I am no help, unfortunately, but I tried.
I'm also no help.
Well, we're trying to help, but you
Unfortunately, Morduncan is tone deaf.
Eckhard and
I will try. Insight's one of my
Zevin is
bad
not
ones.
trained in music.
I would assume the only thing Aether knows about music is songbirds
Hey,
singing, and that's it.
Plus
Like,
one.
she's never heard
you got
17?
this
people
for me.
sing together before.
Oh,
I was so close.
You begin to hum together, led by Lucius, a haunting chorus, rising and falling. But it occurs to you as you're singing, Lucius more so than others, you may be harmonizing, but you are merely singing your own doom. There's something you need to be singing. There's a song that counters this.
We have to sing the opposite melody.
There's some lyrics that go with it that would, because this is a sort of choir song as opposed to a lyrical ballad.
Oh, does anyone understand, or does anyone know this song?
Yeah, would there be any chance that the great trees would have taught me anything about this that I could remember about this particular tune?
Insight's part of it. +1 because +2, sorry, because you have that hint to look into that information.
All right. Then I will see if I can remember what we're supposed to be singing. Oh, that is not a good roll. I will use my Fabula to redo that one. That is the worst roll available. Do the trait of my sense of belonging. I don't want to die here to this crazy boss monster with my friends.
That's what gives you that push of desperation, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 17 now.
And then I'll also roll insight, because
I'll save you the roll. 17's pretty high roll.
Okay.
You're good. You recognize, firstly, that the trees did not have sung of things, of many things. They have sung of sleeping memories, of heroes and prayers, towers and laments, annihilation and roars, wind, countless realms, odysseys, depths, echoes of the lens, the whispering enigma, willpower. All these things are songs known now, known before, and known forever. And you recognize that they are all songs that people of the countless realms, no matter their tongue, can sing and chant.
Okay. Then I will begin singing a song that is so commonly well known that everyone here would know it.
Which one?
And that would be the Echoing Warden's Lament, the one that you read off at the beginning of our stream today. But of course, my character is singing instead.
Mm.
In the heart of the whispering ruin deep, where shadows dance and echoes creep, stands the Echoing Warden, fierce and grand, guardian of secrets in a forgotten land, bound by echoes, a spectral night, born of discord and endless night, its form a mirror of fears and strife, guarding the path to the artifact's life, and so on. And hopefully everyone can join in with me as we sing it together in a discordant melody to the harmony of the sound that we've been singing, humming along with before.
You all sing this song.
Yeah.
Sure.
I as well.
7 ain't really good at singing. He's gonna wave over our little support drone and tinker with the parts to kind of auto
Sorry
tune
if I
it.
surprised all of you with the impromptu performance. Excuse me.
You hear it in its discordant chanting. Who dares disturb my silent keep? What souls have come, their courage deep? Can ye withstand my echo's might and bring forth harmony from night? Or Duncan, do you sing?
Yes.
Alexander, do you sing?
Yep.
Lucius, do you sing?
Yep.
And together, as you all kind of had this warbling feeling as you're all trying to get through the song, because you all have heard the echoing Warden's lament from some bard in some tavern somewhere, but it's a lot of searching for the words and like, how, okay, he's saying, okay, it's like you're listening to the song and you're trying to pick up, oh, I know this next bit, and then there's that bit, oh shoot, I don't know what that bit is, but eventually you get to the one bit that a whole room would start chanting together. We stand as one, hearts in tune, in harmony beneath the moon. Discord fades, our will is strong, together we sing our victory song. That's usually where people start cheering and throwing mugs. There's still more song, but that's the big bit that everyone likes to sing because everyone remembers that part.
The chorus, if you will.
The big hurrah, yeah.
Very nice. The chorus that everyone knows. Again, apologies for the impromptu performance. I hope you guys, hope I didn't kill your ears.
No.
Yeah, all good.
Whoops.
I'm back from internet connection issues. What did I miss?
Well, we sang the chorus and we haven't died yet, so that's go. Oh my gosh, we're loading the map.
Oh, Jesus.
No
my
wonder.
computer.
No wonder everything disconnected.
The frames.
That'll
We
do
made
it.
it through, everybody. Yay!
Yeah, well, either that or it's him saying, well, you only need to roll new characters now. Pick a nation.
Right. What do you win? You win the opportunity to roll up a brand new character.
What do I win? A sad feeling.
You emerge amidst the forest, foreboding and dark, shadowed in every direction, but firm, united, and above your heads glows the shining full moon, lighting every corner of the Darklands. And in Zevin Demeral's hands, the harmonic resonator does that hum, that discordant hum. Then you hear the harmony. It kind of cycles through the harmony song of its lament and the discordant despair of destruction.
Ooh.
That's that
I ain't holding this.
Don't look at me.
You want it? I'm not holding it.
I'll take it.
I'm not.
Do we know what it does?
I'm about to give you guys that.
I'm
I'm glad you guys didn't fight that thing. I made that one really mean for you to fight, but
I wanted to fight it.
I was nervous, I admit. I was ready to fight if we had to, but nervous
Yeah.
about it.
I don't want to fight the magic knight with the beam with the like magic lightsaber. That sounds like a bad time.
No, he went out of his
I
way
think
to
it would
not
be
call
fun.
it that. It's a saber that's made out of light. We don't want to get in trouble here.
It's the saber of light. Don't
Yes.
legally
The Aether
distinct.
Saber.
No
perhaps.
trademarks. It's legally distinct from that other thing.
Zevin Demeril, you did procure a magic item from there. You have an ancient magic lamp, which means that you can deploy that without spending inventory points. Basically, it replaces whenever you were like, we need a torch or we need a magic torch. This thing can just either be following you like a little sentry drone, or you can just tell it to sit still.
Yes, more for my army.
Oh no, she's becoming a summoning build.
We reach the final boss, and I just put down 10,000 lamps to lag the game.
It's Magic the Gathering where you spawn like 10,000 squirrel tokens or whatever the heck.
The game lags, and then I abuse the frames to frame perfect.
Uh-huh.
Yep, or on just any Mutants and Masterminds build with summon on it.
Everyone loves snakes, man. The character that summons 32 snakes with their own initiative.
Wow. I was just reminded, like in this moment, so you were talking about things that we acquired and brought out of the dungeon. I also had found us in the last adventure. If you guys look on your backpack options, you'll see that we have a new option for something called Sacred Healing Water. Aether collected that from our resting spot in a sacred grove, and we now have it in our option a Sacred Healing Water potion that for 6 inventory points gives you all stat penalty recovery, heals all effects like poison and whatnot, as well as full hit points and magic points.
I will add that to the.
It's already in our inventory item list. All you have to do is look at it.
Yeah, but you
Sweet.
can
Yes.
manually add things to inventory on your sheet.
Right.
We tried, but we couldn't put in the IP properly.
Yeah, it wouldn't put in the IP. I don't know why, but nevertheless, it's still a really nice thing that we have now. So thought I'd pass that along to you guys. For those of you who didn't make it last session, you know that's an option now. An even better potion. Instead of, 3 points for an elixir of 50 mind and 3 points for a remedy of 50 health, you can spend 6 and get all magic points and all health and all stat drops, all cleaned up.
But within the
Wait.
forest you stand,
It'd be handy.
and you have 2 of the artifacts of the Whispering Ruins.
Is the
So,
forest still wacky?
No, it looks to be any other part of the Darkland. Still dark and foreboding, but at least it makes sense.
So,
How about the map that I collected?
The map,
From their own trial at the end.
whenever you're revealing a new tile, whenever you're going to a uncharted area, so we're revealing a new tile, you can ask me to re-roll that and pick a different tile if you don't like the one that I draw. Because you might say, no, that's not what the map says. If we go this way, it's like this instead. But you have to take the second roll. Because you're saying, no, ignore the hills. That's not where we want to go. We want to go that way. And
there's supposed to be a river over here.
Yeah.
Sounds useful. Maybe our standard navigator should hold on to the map. Like I'm willing to pass that to our navigator, who would get the most use out of it. Like
I'll
I'm
take
not
the
claiming it for myself. It's good for the party though.
I'll leave it in the conductor's
It's-
cabin of the train.
It's a new it's a new object placed on one of the tables in the train.
So it's like a trophy item. in our
Yeah.
headquarters. Well, it's still
Yep.
really nice though. Like I imagine it's incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Like I don't plan to sell it, but I imagine if we're going to, it'd be worth a lot.
Like, look, I don't know what it is. I don't know what they would be doing, but I would like to imagine that Vibius and Umbrinius act as like the user interface for some like base mechanic.
wrong thing.
So,
Oh,
I will know.
mechanically, what does the harmonic resonator do?
Yeah, I think he was just about to get to that.
It's
Ah.
in the Discord.
Oh,
Well, like mechanically though. Like I don't. Like I get the description narratively. I just don't know what that would do in game.
I'll explain that in a moment. So what I'll say to Zevin, Moore, and Alexander, each of you notice that you find yourselves, as you look up into the starry night sky, you see the dragon, and the three of you are buoyed with the certainty that destiny shines upon you. And no matter what, together you can be victorious, even in the face of great peril. Thus, you each gained 2 Fabula points.
Hooray.
The real treasure were the friends we made along the way, along with all the Zenith I got.
Along with all this actual treasure.
Oh, the Zenith, I said it was 5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine you want to look in the bag, and because it feels a lot lighter.
Oh.
I gotta look at the bag.
Only 500 of the Zenith is real Zenith. The rest is leaves.
Nice.
Heartbreaking. And what about my bag with all the gems?
Oh, they're still there. Those are Zenith. But the gems and stuff are of uncertain value. You have to get them appraised.
No.
Dang, some people got a bunch of free Fabula points. Bummer. I just got a map.
Or
I
7
passed
is
it along to the
like
whole party. All right, so
7
like,
is on
yeah,
the ground kicking her feet, like she's having a tantrum right there on the floor.
As leaves are falling everywhere.
Lucius just looks down at her and says, "Oh, you know, I don't know what has you so upset, but hey, look, don't worry. I found this nifty bag full of gems."
She's gonna load her gun and point it
I'm gonna
and
take
wield
a
like
look.
a club.
Oh,
I'm
also-
gonna take a look at the leaves to see if they're potentially useful potion ingredients, or if they're just worthless.
Insight roll, but before you get that insight roll, 2 things. 1, I owe everyone a Fabula point because you did face a villain. You just defeated
Yay.
it by doing its puzzle.
Hooray!
yay.
Oh.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Critical failure. What were you doing, More?
Yeah, more. You think those leaves are cursed?
Oh.
The sun.
I'll throw the leaves away then.
As for how the harmonic resonator works, what you can do is you can act as you're about to make a choice, you can instead chant the choice you think you're gonna do into the resonator, and if it'll either do the harmony song of victory or the discordant song of destruction.
Yeah, it's showing you whether it's a good or bad idea. Right.
Okay,
Now,
that's actually really useful.
however, you do know that, each time you use it, there's a chance something bad will happen.
Right.
Because this is a very powerful artifact that you have only intuitively figured out how it works because you've been in the ruin. Even for such a and you're able to ask other people what they saw, and it's like that kind of helps you, but you're not a lore master. You don't know how to use artifacts safely.
Feels like the sort of thing we should only pull out in an emergency.
Yep.
Like when it's really important.
Yes, we'll
Yep.
we'll put it in the artifact car, which has totally been here this whole time.
I was actually
Giving
just
us a-
I was only gonna advise that Lucius not carry it, that's all.
Zephyr has tried to jump at Lucius and he's being held back by Bibius and Umbronius.
Okay, we get it. You're mad. We understand. Maybe you want to go into the train, sir.
Let me go.
At least she got 500 Zenith.
Oh, she's picked up and carried back onto the train.
Oh.
You should be happy, Seven. You got some money. I got a map, and I just gave it to the whole party, so I didn't get anything.
Yeah, neither did. Oh, actually, map. Sorry, English.
Like, I didn't get anything personally for me, so.
See, the bunny didn't get
Fine.
anything.
Oh, it was enough to get out of debt.
There will be other opportunities to clear your debt. As long as you live, there is hope. And I'm gonna board the train and find my little cubby hole and close it up and curl up into a little ball and cry.
Dragons, the lot of you.
Lucius will go to his quarters and put his bag of gems in a nifty like lockbox.
Oh no, don't even consider offering it to the whole party to share. Or
I don't even know how much it's worth yet.
He's a spoiled
Yeah,
scion. We all knew this.
I mean, for all we know, they could be like worthless like show gems.
that's true.
Well, then we can scam someone with them. Obviously.
Or cursed gems, which
I
are
haven't
negative
heard
worth.
anybody talking about it. For
Oh.
share, that's all.
Yeah, I'll have to get to. We'll have to get to like an actual town
Yep.
before I can. Like currently, they're worthless.
Which is fine. I need to restock trade points anyways.
Yeah. And I think Seven needs to drink something strong.
There's no
He's a
town that I'm
child.
aware of anywhere in the Darklands. Is there, Corby?
You'd have. You don't have a firm memory of where they are. There are towns in the Darklands, you think.
But they're not like typical towns that would have lots of humans, right? They'd be like,
Sometimes. Sometimes
Goblins
humans
out
venture
there.
into the Darklands to avoid the rest of the countless realms. But they're not. They don't
right,
build
yeah.
cities. Like, yeah, you wouldn't see a massive city in the Darklands.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure.
okay, well, I'll mention that there are probably settlements, and if ley lines being what they are is, magical energy that nourish the land, I would assume we're likely to come across them as we travel on the train anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
Because, the settlements would be more likely to be along the ley lines than not.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to travel along the ley lines to get back anyway.
Because
Maybe
currently we're
lucky,
not
we'll
riding
come
on
to
rail.
We might come to a decent-sized settlement where we can do some trading along the way, and then not have to go all the way to a big city.
That's the hope.
Okay.
7.
Yeah. Do you need something?
Just poor 7.
Aw. She's grumpy.
At least I didn't say the one word that would have sent you flying into a rage.
What?
You know, It's
Frenzy
only
made
money.
It's only money.
And
I yeah,
again,
ooh.
at least it wasn't all leaves.
At least it wasn't all leaves. Huh.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
If
just
it was
know that
all leaves, I think she would have murdered Lucius.
Yeah. those 3 words would probably have sent her into a true rage. It's only money.
All right, let's get going.
Yes.
We shall continue along this way.
Everyone's boarding the train.
Yep.
Mhm.
Did we get healed along the way, or should I reapply my damage?
You should reapply your
Thank you,
damage.
Matt.
Yeah. These are
That's
your
fine.
old tokens.
Well, I mean, when you change maps. I was
Yeah.
just making sure. So reapply your damage, everybody.
I never changed it.
No, but I mean, when you changed maps, your token changed. Mine did, so I had to reapply it.
There we
I
go.
did
I
follow
know how
the
to fix
sheet.
it. Just do.
My everything is where.
Did we want to consider
Yeah.
taking a rest before we kept on? And also,
We
have we
have a
cleared the
permanent
train
magic
track?
tent now.
Did we also clear the tracks so that we can actually move the training forward again? Because remember, before we had to stop.
Because of
Well,
the
we
warp
stopped-
space.
Right.
Yeah.
Is the warp space fixed now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You still have to walk back. I forgot. Yeah, you're not near the train.
Oh,
You still have to walk.
on the train.
Your days walk away from the train. I
That's
forgot
fine.
about that part. Because you left it
Well,
behind.
I thought you literally sent us flying out and landed by the train. That's why. Much apologies. All right. Yeah.
I was trying to remember why
we
I
wanna-
had that X there. I was like, did I destroy that tile? Oh wait, that's where the train is. The blue thing's
in
where
that
you guys
case-
are.
Yeah, we
In
need
that
to.
case, then, I would like to remind you that you told us we know exactly how to go back to the Grove. So I'm just going to lead the party along the path that I brought us here to, right back to that magic grove where we can seek rest. You remember early in the last session that we had found that magic grove?
Oh, I remember.
Okay. Good,
We'll-
good,
we'll
good.
bring it
I'm just
back
wondering
there.
if that's what
Because-
everyone's doing.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll pass it along. That we need to get back to the train. It's on the way anyway, so. What do y'all think?
I think some rest would do us all some good.
Mm.
Agreed.
I apologize. What did you say that someone agreed with?
Getting rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I will lead the way along that narrow passageway that I scouted out from above before. back
I'll
to
need
the,
to.
Magic Grove.
I will need to clarify just to make sure I know what the party's doing. Are you all are going to the Grove to rest, or are you using the magic tent to rest?
I say we may as well use the Grove. What do y'all think?
Grove.
Yeah,
The
go for it.
grove.
Might as well. It's got healing water.
And fruit.
Ah,
Free food, too. Really good.
Yes. So, for the benefit of Lucius and Alexander, who haven't been here before, you are led by Zevin, Moore, and Aether back through the Darklands, and around you, the Darklands are their normal, withered and selves. No swamp here. The trees are still quite sturdy. They have to be to survive this kind of land. But then, even between the trees, because there's no warping of reality around you, you see a massive, thick-trunked tree with glistening, multicolored fruits. You see a grove of bright, vibrant grass, and you see a pool of luminescent water, as well as what appears to be some sort of large, smooth rock, flat, smooth rock. And the minute you enter into the confines of the grove, like you start stepping across the vibrant grass, all feeling of aggression, of hate, of anger, of violent intent, just melts away like a shower. And you feel a sense of calm and contentment. If you were to attack something, or you try to force it, you'd have to test to even do an attack roll. You'd have to will your way past the grove to fight here. You notice currently there are a few animals here, which you all have seen various creatures in the Darklands, but they're very cautious creatures. But here you can see a few birds in the tree, a few small rodents sipping at the water. They don't dart away, they don't scatter like they normally would, because normally the creatures here run. Anything bigger than you is probably trying to kill you here, leave. Here, there's no fear.
Huh.
And this is a place that counts as a place to rest without using a tent.
Mm-hmm.
As we approach, can I use my body language to speak with the critters, the birds and the rabbits and the other animals that are in the grove, and let them know that we're just coming to share peace?
You
know,
get the
greet
feeling
them,
back
if
from
you
each.
will.
You get the feeling back from each of them that they welcome you to do so. And
Okay.
I'll add that in that it is a calm you don't hear in Darkland creatures. Darkland creatures are a lot of what do you want? What are you doing here?
Right.
As opposed, but these ones are a contentment that the Darklands never really sees ever.
I imagine they come here pretty regularly.
Come
if
here
they know
often.
the area. Yes. I don't say come here often because that could be misconstrued. In any event, I do greet them as we enter with my bee speech, and I let them know that my companions are no danger to any of them while we are here.
Nothing is dangerous here.
I allow him to believe that because I unfortunately know better, but nevertheless, I allow him to continue to believe that as I go in and get a sip of the water to heal all my injuries.
And you notice when Aether drinks of the luminescent water, that must be sacred healing water, as that just heals. Aether's body glows, and all her wounds fade away.
I will take a sip of it as well.
Same.
So partake.
And that also recovers your mind points as if your brain kind of relax and.
Oh, thank God.
That headache's going away at last, huh? About the only thing it doesn't cover is inventory points.
Yeah.
Well, since we have a day's travel to get back to the train, I'm going to go over to that big flat rock and take the map out and lay it out and put something on each corner of it so that it won't blow away in any weird wind, and sort of get a good study of the map, show everybody what we got here. Maybe we can, between the group of us, get a semi-appraisal of its value and just how useful it might be to us.
I think insight would be part of that study.
Seven would like to assist as resident train master.
Yeah, I'm definitely rolling for that. Insight's my highest stat, too. Do you mind if I lead? Or I'll just help you, that's fine. Did you just roll now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll help.
As shall I.
Oh, I didn't help this time. What do you know?
Might as well
Good
contribute.
night.
Not like I've been anywhere out of the Darklands anywhere. The rest of
Hey!
the map may as well be a whole new world to me.
You're holding the map like upside down,
Oh,
Like,
no, I didn't
right
roll
foot
that
up.
bad.
right side up and upside down, and you're spinning it around.
Well, hey, then that's a +1 to you. So 16.
16, you say?
He can spot Coriastellum.
16. I'm going to zoom way out. This map is incomplete. However, it not only maps what you all know. These lands here that we see in our game is the countless realms as the group of heroes of you know. You know this. Like, of Coriastellum's a known country, Oscara's a known country, the Golden Connaught's a known land, the Island Nation is known, the Spiritual Duchy is known. In the Darklands, you're learning about, and you have a resident of that place. But the countless realms stretch far, far, and far. And this map goes, this here is but a fragment of this grand map. All kinds of detail. What kind of details would you like to know? As you're reading over the map, Zevin.
Oh, well. I guess the most pressing thing right now is where's the nearest town?
So I guess you're really looking into the Darklands, basically.
Yeah.
That's
There.
cool.
Over the water? No.
Yeah, is that like swamp there or what?
That's ocean.
Oh, well, yeah, we can't get there then. We don't have a ship.
Yeah, the ley lines don't go across that.
That's a good question. If the ley lines go over the ocean, does the train go over the ocean or under it or what?
It would depend on the ley line, but generally it would follow the will of the user. So it would, unless the user wanted to go underwater, they would float, like hover over the water.
Good. We're not spirit traxing this.
Yeah,
Drowning
just
ourselves.
hit the button.
I was kind of looking
submarine
forward to
mode.
the train also doubling as a submersible.
We'd all die.
This is not watertight.
You can
Oh,
ask
you
more.
mean I'm the only one who can breathe underwater?
Yes.
Normal people can't do that.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, sea people are normal people. Not making fun of them.
We do respect the sea people in this house, but a sand elf.
What else do you ask about this map? Because you made a really high roll. You understand this map as well as anyone can. Oh, I forgot to tell you value.
Yes, value. Good.
This is priceless.
I need
Oh,
No one
Frickin'
in
knew it.
all the countless realms has a map like this. Nobody.
There, are you satisfied, Seven? I've found us a priceless item.
Okay.
There.
Counts.
Just don't sell it. I think we need it. Maybe when we're done adventuring, we can use it to pay off your debt.
They would pay off your debt and be able to buy a friggin' castle.
Right. But I mean, that would be like when we're done saving the world.
Yeah.
Because I think we need the map right now. More.
Okay. Are there any major discrepancies in the map between what I know of the world? Like, hey, there's an island out there that no one ever knew about, or what's that over there?
Where on the map
Something
are you
in the
checking for a
desert?
discrepancy?
I'm checking my homeland first.
Ping where? Because I can give you more accurate answers.
My hometown is about here-ish.
Oh, I see you. I see you. You're down here. Here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right near the invisible wall.
Well, that's just undiscovered territory, cough. Except, the map shows further this way, far to the south. How far? I have to check. About
Thomas Reigns.
this way, about this far away. There's a massive body of water. And here are dotted cities. And you notice that the train tracks, like you know that a rail runs because everyone in your country knows not the ley lines, but the train tracks rather. You know that all roads lead back to Alcazar, and one trail, the most well-known one, is like this, and then there's one that goes like this, right? But in your town, there's a ley line that reaches off to a far city. And your book doesn't talk about this ley line at all. But the map says there is one. Or some sort of train track. It's symbol for track, but you notice it notates ley lines as a track of some kind. Because apparently back then, ley lines and tracks were the same difference.
Interesting.
Man, this map is going to be super useful.
I'm glad I snagged it. Good
Yeah, and
thing.
each trial had a different prize. Some straight up, here's a cool thing, and some are like, have some money.
Right.
So the easiest ones are just have some money. Other ones are like, this is actually pretty hard. You get something out of this.
Well, it was random that I picked that one, but I'm still glad I did because I think we're going to get a lot of use out of this thing. Good deal. I am totally leaning over your shoulder, looking over the map as a curious creature would. I'm not resisting my personal trait. I'm absorbing everything I can, starting with the Darklands.
I will say to you, Zevin, as you study this more and more, this map is made by one of the high nobles of your land from long, long ago.
Just a baby nation back then. We haven't even done all the conquering.
But you notice it lists the current map. It's like he predicted what the world was going to be like in hundreds of years.
Whoa.
Which is one of those things you probably heard about, maybe, but it's one of those like, yeah, sure, there's all kinds of weird tech that exists in the ruins, and there's all kinds of magic items and techno nonsense that our rulers have. But this is real. You're holding a real... This is that artifact, that legendary artifact.
Alright, Coriastellum next.
What do you want to know about Coriastellum?
Well, my question is, what does Lucius want to know about Coriastellum?
What was the name of the map again? The map of the Countless Realms. The true map of the Countless Realms.
Yep.
Very good.
Incompleted. You want to note that, because...
Alright, it'll be in your inventory.
Mine? Okay.
Well, hey,
your
maybe
prize.
maybe we can work on completing it.
That sounds like something that my character would do, so sure.
Okay, what do you want to know about Coriastellum, Lucius?
New side quest unlocked. Complete the map.
Wow.
Collect all the stamps.
Yep.
No stamp collecting. Where would I put it? Under other items? Corby?
It's up to you as long as you don't lose it.
Okay.
I think it would fall under other items, because it wouldn't fall under... Because I think backpack is things you can summon, but this is just an item you have.
Yeah.
I don't use the sheets, that's why I don't know a whole lot about them.
You know, I'd always wanted to take a vacation to the Central Isle, and Lucius takes a look at the map where this big central island is.
Ping it again? This one?
Yeah.
Study
Which
that.
I'm dubbing as the Central Isle.
Even though it sure as heck ain't as central as right here.
This isle is the Sea Arcana Isle, where spirits and those in tandem with them dwell. Hence why there's no cities there. Settlements. Yet it is marked in Coriastellum red.
Did you have a mechanics listing for what the map could do again? I know you said something about it, but I don't see where it's written down where I can paste it to my...
I did not write it down, no.
Okay.
Basically, each time you pull a tile, like you go to a new tile, you can re-roll you can re-roll the tile and you take the better one. I can write it out in more succinct.
I'm writing it down, thank you.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting question. Is there anything of note in the Alps?
Which part?
Like the part that's not in the Coriastellum red.
Oh, this area?
Yeah. The thing that has long been the barrier that keeps Coriastellum from going any further.
A dragon wise, a dragon strong, a dragon bright as the morning dawn dwells here.
What? Whoa.
Well, that's not concerning at all.
Dragon.
All right, I posted it in the Roll20 if anybody else wants to see. Does that look about right?
Yep.
Corby?
That looks right.
Okay. Good.
Cool. Oh, that's what I got. Wow. I say we get back to the train like ASAP.
I'll
Wait, what
note, because of
what
this
did-
roll, Zevin, anytime we're on this map, you can ask questions about it because you have figured out how to read this thing properly.
It's fine.
Yay. So
ours.
we need to get back to the. We're not going to rest here then. We're just going to move on.
I think we should rest here, and then we can just make it to the train.
Okay.
You guys are
I mean,
taking
this
a
is
full
the
rest
safest
here.
place we could rest. Nothing can attack
mean-
us here, likely.
Yep.
I can't imagine what sort of horrific monster could attack us here successfully.
Yeah, if something's strong enough to attack us here, we're doomed anyway. So.
Right.
Let's just say if a certain clock was filled and you failed that dungeon enough times, something would have chased you here.
Right.
Oh no.
Big
Right.
boy would have, the guardian would have chased you down into this place, and he would have broken through.
Probably.
Sanctuary. Warden.
So, what camp activities do you each take up as you rest in this sacred grove?
Oh, right.
Oh, right. I gotta find that again.
Camp activities are a thing. Jeez.
Did we have
That's
that
in the
saved
playtest.
somewhere?
Any playtest document. The
Okay.
latest
Anybody
one.
know roughly what page?
It's all marked in the table of contents.
Oh, mine doesn't have a table of contents.
It's in the metadata. If you have a table of contents thing on your PDF viewer, it'll.
Oh, okay. I'm just not looking in the right place. Okay, yeah, I see it now. Thank you. I always had that bar closed, so I didn't even know about it. Thank you.
And also, reminder that you can advance or change one of your. You can add or advance or change a bond as you're resting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on an exploration.
You're gonna go exploring around.
Yeah.
Where
all
are you
the-
exploring?
All the freaky reality warping may have brought some stuff back up to the surface. She's gonna go dig around near where we entered that weird cave.
Okay. Give me a d6.
1d6, give me 3.
Ooh, this can be useful. You're able to find the remnants of various other adventurers who have come and gone, left behind some useful items. You gain 3 inventory points.
It's free stuff.
Yeah.
I have a question. Would anybody be interested in a brief magic lesson and learn how to cast one of my spells one time in our next adventure, in our next encounter? I know a
Once
very
before
nice-
next rest. So if you go to a
Yes,
new
once
rest, the spell
before
goes
next
away.
rest, right. I have a very nice spell that does high roll plus 15 dark damage with a magic check, 10 plus target numbers mind points. So you can spend 10, 20, or 30 and target 1, 2, or 3 creatures with inspiration plus willpower spell attack for dark damage. High roll plus
What is
15.
it in lore?
You can't do more. 3 is the max.
No, what is it in lore?
Oh, it's called Umbra. It's a spell that I picked up from the undead species here in the Darklands in one of our early adventures. Like in lore, I would basically temporarily be teaching someone how to mimic this monster's spell. The trick to pull it off once. I mean, if nobody wants it, then I'll just do something else.
Yeah, and the Ember Breath is like, it's like you would breathe out this fire from your mouth, sort of thing. Except it's not
Yeah,
really fire, it's dark damage. You're breathing darkness out.
Yeah.
I'm
Ember Breath's
good
actually fire type, though.
magic-wise. Like I've got that covered for myself. Thank you.
Okay,
though.
well, if nobody needs it, then I'll just daydream. It's fine.
Thank you for
Daydream's
the
really good for
offer.
me too. Yeah, I just thought
I'm
someone
gonna,
might want it.
I'm gonna do exploration.
Oh, hold on a moment. Narratively, what does Aether daydream about?
Aether is going to, since we're not technically camping at night, we're still in the daytime here. I'm going to look up at the sky, or is it nighttime? I think you did say that the other players saw the stars and the moon. So
It was a full moon night.
okay, well then I'm going to stare up at the full moon and do a little bit of wolfy, wolf animal howling at the moon kind of a thing in this wonderful, comfortable thing, and commune with the animals that can all are within the sound of my voice. So I'll do like a an animal howl beast speech thing out and get back their thoughts, and then daydream about how wonderful the world will be when all these creatures are safe.
Very good. Lucius?
But of course, for us, that'll be creepy because I'll howl and then the animals from all around us will howl, responding, like wolf howling and stuff like that.
Very good. Lucius?
Lucius will go up to his men and say, let's do a quick walk around the perimeter and make sure everything's secure before we turn in for the night. And we'll do an exploration.
Give me a d6.
Well, that doesn't do it. It doesn't do anything because I'm already at full.
Yeah.
It says
Thankfully,
that I-
you do hurt yourselves, but it's just a matter of going back to the water and drinking up it again when you get back. So.
Mhm.
Oh well.
Zevin, Moore, or Alexander?
Alexander is going to do training.
Describe your training. How does Alexander train?
So it's not the practice sword fighting, because that's a different thing. In this case, it's more magical training. So he's working through the various forms required to cast spells.
Very good. Believe I heard a Zevin.
I already went. I did exploration. got
Go
to the end of
again! No, more. Sorry, I plumb forgot somehow. You went first, Steven. How did I forget that? Anyway.
All that animal howling distracted you, so sorry.
Moira's going to sleep well.
Describe how you sleep. Nah, I know.
Well, my sleeping soundly looks a lot more like tossing and turning for some reason.
Actually, well, there's one narrative way I can ask that. What is the ideal way More Duncan sleeps in this grove?
I will lay out my bedroll underneath the shelter of one of the trees so that in the morning the light doesn't shine right on my face.
Mm-hmm.
Set yourself up to sleep in. I love it. That's actually pretty good.
I'll note, to Alexander Eckhart, as your entropy practice goes through the night, you can sense a master entropist hidden in the center of the Darklands. Normally, you'd have a hard time feeling them because of all the other darkness in the Darklands itself. But because you're in this one very clear area, it's like spotting a tower in a clear area instead of a mist fog.
Huh.
And to more Duncan, you dream a dream of your
Of days gone by?
isles. And deep below, in the great chasm and ravine that cuts your island, is a sword of light, resting at its greatest depth. And to Aether, the haunting howls that come back to you, there is a sense, closer howls, closer chirps, are those who were once frightened, but are now at peace. For I will say unto you that those who are within 1 hex of this area, of this grove,
Mm-hmm.
they are nothing here is hostile, because they all journey here, this grove. So this whole area is one big plume of peace in the Darklands because of this grove. If more groves were made, perhaps all the Darklands could be like this. They don't have to change in color. The animals here like the dark trees. They like the swamp. They like the bushes that have no leaves. That's comfortable. That's their world. But, you know, it's nice not to have to claw for every last scrap of food. It's nice to not have to fight for territory all the time. You can just be, and that's okay. And that, as they say, that.
I would like to apply a new bond
Feel free.
also. I feel that I've come closer to all of my companions coming through this together, so I will now gain a bond of loyalty with Lucius.
And any other bonds you all wish to shift at this time? Because you do have a rest. This is a time you would shift any of these or add a new one.
It's a good question.
I now have at least one bond with every party member.
I'm gonna put admiration for Alexander.
Okay.
We almost died together again.
It seems to happen with worrying regularity.
Yeah. I'll also do loyalty with Alexander.
I'll put down admiration
For same reason.
7, because 7A saved his ass today.
Fair.
And also, he feels bad about he feels a sliver bad about the whole half of her bag turning out to be leaves thing.
Oh, the poor, impoverished girl.
What of Alexander?
Alexander is because it's one bond, right?
You can create, a new bond or a new emotion to an existing one, or erase an emotion from an existing bond and replace it.
Cool. Let's go with Yeah, we'll do loyalty with 7 because she pulled out the like that star knowledge, which he was not expecting at all. And he was like, "Oh hey!" So yeah, we'll go with that one.
Very good. So, a second artifact has been found. Our heroes are sleeping soundly and enjoying the fruits of their labor. The world is still at threat. And even with a map, the countless realms, many mysteries hide between the points. the marks. For all of you watching, thank you very much for watching. For those of you playing, thank you very much for playing. See you next time. Bye.
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 Bye, everybody.
Oh, yeah, no, there was. You guys easily could have been trapped in that poor area. The puzzle. It was one of those, like, depending what puzzle you got, and if you each one only had 3 options. So if you explored 3 of the other ones, it would have been the same thing. One of the platforms would have vanished.
Oh.
And the
that's
more
what
you
it
failed, the
is.
worse
Okay.
it got, and it was going to be almost impossible to stay in the main room if over half of the clock was full. So. Yeah, you guys solved that pretty quickly, and if you guys dilly-dallied or ran through the fields, like, you guys basically solved those last 2 rooms really well.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm very glad that I tested the field before touching it. I was like, I'm gonna poke the thing. Wait.
I am just very satisfied with how I handled that riddle.